We the Fans is the #1 sponsor in battle rap. My name is Frank White, and I probably contributed to some of your favorite battles. I mean, in the last 4 years, I donated $222,000 to battle rap for the culture. Check out We the Fans Global on Instagram for the full catalog of battles I sponsor. And follow We the Fans Global on YouTube to watch full battle breakdowns from a sponsor's perspective and a recommendation for what battles should be booked next. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe and keep stepping into your greatness. We the Fans is for the culture.
We are here with Lou. Lou, one thing I respect the most about you is you gonna give us that in the building recap. So you was
For
at
sure.
Outside Seven yesterday. How was it?
Man, Outside Seven was one hell of an event. A card that had a bunch of new guys on it is
Mhm.
something I felt like I had to support. You have five new guys on the card. I haven't seen that in the URL in a minute, so I
Mhm.
definitely had to go support. It was the vibes was great. The raps was good. The new guys held it down. They held it down. They held it down. Put some respect on the new class, man. They holding it
Okay,
down, man. They holding
the
it
new
down.
class is here. Okay, so let's start from the bottom of the card. Very anticipated matchup. We were all hyped to see how it went. Top floor loot versus Gorilla Monsoon. Talk to us about that experience.
Man, aside from them promoing the hell out of this battle for the last 6 months, right?
Right.
Lou and Gorilla was a goodie. Lou and Gorilla was a goodie. First round starts, Gorilla's having one of those. Gorilla's having one of those rounds. He in there floating. He in his pockets. He doing what he do. He doing what he does, right? Then Lou goes second.
Okay.
Lou's bombing. Lou starts bombing in that building. Crowd is loving it. He has some really well timed haymakers. Kind of neutralized Gorilla. I'm not gonna lie. And Lou takes the first round.
Damn,
Um,
damn.
Lou takes the first. Lou takes the first. Second round. Gorilla's fighting back. Gorilla's fighting back. He's floating. Got back in his flow pockets. He felt like okay. They like that shit in the first. Listen to the second, and Gorilla spazzing in the second.
Go.
Lou takes the second. Lou
What?
comes back rapping. Lou comes back rapping, and Lou takes the second. Now on camera, it could look different because I think that was the closest round. I think the in the building,
Mhm,
everybody was kind of like, man, that second is probably the closest round it was.
mhm,
Um, so it looks like it could go either way in the second round.
mhm.
Personally, when I was watching it, I kind of edged Lou. Now, I will say there's a little bit of a discrepancy in how long they were rapping, because I think Lou rapped a little bit longer than Gorilla in that second round. But here's the third. Gorilla didn't have a bad third, but there
Mhm.
was some turbulence, a little bit of turbulence. Nothing to ride home about, but definitely enough turbulence for you to give the round to the cleaner rapper, right?
Mhm.
So Lou takes the third.
Damn.
If you can call it a gentleman's a
Mhm,
gentleman's,
mhm.
um, but at worst it's Lou 2-1.
Okay,
At worst
so
it's Lou 2-1.
loot first and third at worst, and then
At
at best
worst. At
is
best
he
it's
round.
Lou 30.
Damn,
Um,
Lord, loot.
but I want to say this.
Mhm,
Number one, Lou, he keeps making people believers. I just
mhm,
want to put that out there.
mhm,
They had him heavily losing against Raw. He didn't.
mhm.
They had him losing this battle, and he didn't. He
Damn.
didn't. So shout out to Luke. Shout out to
Shout out
Luke,
to Top
man.
Floor Loot. That's a
Shout out to
different
Luke.
energy. You know, he's the underdog in a lot of these battles. So salute to Loot.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now we go to the next battle. Mac Marlon and Justice.
Oh wow. So Mac Martin and Justice was probably the battle of the night.
Okay.
Um, this was a really good Mac Myron. And I knew that if you got a really good Mac Myron, that it would be a great battle, because Justice is consistent. Like he's gonna be the performer and he's gonna give you the show that you want. But they were in there dumping. They was in there dumping, man. Mac Myron's first, Mac Myron's first, you could tell that he was back in his bag. He was
Mhm.
joking. He was energetic. He had he had the crowd laughing. He's a showman, right? That's what Mac Myron does. Justice goes in there. Justice goes in there and starts wrecking shit, right? He's niggas floating in his first round. So it looked like Justice took the first kind of clear.
Mhm.
Second round, Mac's second round.
Mhm.
Oh, Mac's second round. He was breaking the room in the second round, right?
Mhm.
He was breaking the room in the second round. So I'm standing there and I'm like, I already want to give Mac the second round, and I hadn't heard Justice a second yet. Well, Justice starts floating in that second round. I'm talking about it. I think Justice knew that Mac's second was so good because he had to have written up because Justice's second round was potent, absolutely lethal. But to me, that's still the closest round. I think the second rounds from both of them was the closest. Justice's second round was excellent. Mac's second round was excellent. So I can't wait for that footage to drop. The third, the third, also good, also a good round, but both of their lightest, I would say.
Mhm.
Um, but still very entertaining round. Like it wasn't a bad round from either one of them. Probably you could edge Justice. And you could edge Justice that round. If you want to give it a Mac, I'm not really mad.
Mhm.
But the battle was excellent. It was one of the best back and forths of the evening.
Let's go.
So Justice held it down versus Mac, and he had that's probably his best performance on URL to date.
Fine.
That's his best URL performance from his Oppa battle, his drugs battle, now his Mac battle. His Mac is the best. That's the best Justice that we've seen on URL so far.
No CP appearance?
No CP, no CP. Shout out CP.
Okay. Okay, okay. Talk to us about Saga versus Appa. What we doing?
Oh my God. Um, and I say that with all the respect to Saga.
Mhm.
Um, he died in there, bro. He died in there.
Damn, for
He
real?
died. It got ugly, and it got ugly fast. Appa Appa's first round. I don't think Saga couldn't do anything with Appa's first round, and that wasn't even his best round. Um, Appa's first round, he took clear. I mean, Appa was bombing out the gate, and it seemed like Saga was building his momentum back. He was kind of like, welcome back to the URL type deal. Trying to get his footing. Appa wanted no parts in that. Appa was whooping that ass in the first round. Second round, Appa took his belt off and literally started whooping feet in there. I'm talking about he had the cat of nine tails and he was knocking tables over. Appa's second round, Appa's second round had people in the crowd saying enough. Like it's just enough. Enough. He was
Like
abusing.
that? Oh my god.
He was abusing Saga in there. And then the issue with Saga's second is that he choked. So it looked real, real bad optically because Appa's second round was so potent, and then the Saga was choking. So it's kind of like, oh man, fuck. And then same in the third, bro. There was some turbulence from Saga in the third. Appa's using Bible verses to break down his bars, and it's going over so well. The crowd's chanting 3-0 in the second
Oh
round. Like it was just,
god.
yeah, it's tough, bro. It
Oh
was tough. It
man.
was tough.
Okay,
It's tough,
okay.
bro. Appa 3-0 body of the night, probably
Jeez.
performance of the night. Um, Appa's dangerous, bro. Appa's dangerous.
Jeez. Okay. Sheed happens and Mike P.
Great battle. The other contender for battle of the night. Um, Mike is such a good rapper.
Mhm.
Mike is such a good rapper. Mike's first was excellent. Um, Mike was Mike. That's we know him for doing that. He's been really good. Um, Sheed is otherworldly right now, though. And I think Mike battling anybody other than Sheed happens, we're having a different conversation.
Mm.
Um, but she kind of gentleman's Mike in this battle, and
Oh
it
my
it
God. No way.
yeah.
Tell me Mike can get
Every
around?
I think she got all three. Um,
Oh my God.
she was performing. She'd had angles. She was dancing. She'd had punches. She'd had charisma. Like it was just it was too. She quite possibly could be the most dangerous battler in the game right now.
Damn.
I think anyone that is booked against Sheed Happens, it is a scary, scary, scary thing. It's a very, very scary thing. Um, yep, I'm not gonna say that Mike got cleared in all three rounds, but Sheed edged every one of them though. He edged every round, and I think that was the consensus in the building. Like she kind of 30 Mike in here.
God. Damn.
Mhm.
That's crazy
Yeah, it
to
was.
hear. That's crazy
It was.
to
It's
process.
crazy. It was crazy to watch because Mike was so good, but Sheed was just a notch ahead of him in every round.
Damn. Okay, so what are we doing with Cortez and Hansel?
Oh my God! So the tension. There was tension. There was scares. There was wearing they wearing the same sneaker. Like it really was. It was just they showed up to rap. Listen, one thing I'm gonna say about Cortez that I just want to say this. He showed up to rap. He showed up to rap. That was a good Cortez. Um, Hansel didn't care about none of that though. He didn't care about any of that. Um,
Okay.
the Cortez won the first to me.
Okay.
He got the first round. He didn't
Okay.
get much else. He didn't get much else. Hansel's second round was so well crafted. Um, it was he was overpowering Cortez in the second round. Like Hansel's first was good too. By the way, I gave Cortez the first, but
Mhm.
Hansel's first was also good.
Mhm.
But second and third, it wasn't close. It wasn't close. Hansel's second round was probably round of the evening for all of the battles. So that second round was round of the evening. Um, it was just so well structured and the content, the material, the angle that he took, the approach. It was just Hansel was in there whooping Cortez in that second round. And then the third, it was more of the same. Um, Hansel closes out Hansel closes out his third by like making Smack and Beasley laugh, and it was just it looked like man, Hansel kind of just stole this. He kind of stole
Oh,
this battle from the
what does
vet,
what
man.
does this mean? What does this mean for Hansel moving forward? What are we doing with Hansel?
No more Summer Madness ASAP. There's nothing else he has to prove, bro. Like it's nothing else. Big stage Hansel has got to be a thing now.
Mhm.
We have to see what Hansel can do. Um, John, he gonna whoop your ass. I'm
Mm.
saying that right now. I'm saying that if you are willing to come outside, that boy is a problem. boy, boy is a problem. Boy is a problem. Um, there is there's nobody more primed
Mhm.
for a big stage debut
Mhm.
out of the newer class
Mhm.
than Hansel is right now.
Oh, okay. Heavy talk.
I'm telling you, there's his next announcement should be a Gnome debut or a Summer Madness debut. It's time. It's time. Um, if you don't believe it when he says it, you may believe it when Cortez says it because even Cortez was like, "Boy, has some zingers." Like Cortez was absolutely understanding that Hansel is ready. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I think that it's time. Um, I think it's time to stop playing with Hansel. Right? It's time to stop playing with him. He's next up. He's next in line. He's battled all of this. Hansel Hansel needs more work in his class. Hansel has the most in class battles, so we got to stop. We got to stop
Bingo.
with that. We really got to stop with that. The boy has battled Eunice. He's battled Appa. He's battled Klutz. He's battled
Right.
uh He's battled way too many battlers in class. Nakim, uh, the list goes on and on, right?
Mm,
For you to keep saying that he got to keep putting in work in the sandbox. No, it's not. It's not. It's not that no more. It's not that
mm.
no more. Hansel deserves his big summer madness plate, and I think Hansel needs a big stage performance so he can show the world what we kind of already know, that he's ready to do this for sure.
Crazy. So, what's your overall rating of the experience in the card?
So this was one of my battle rap bucket list items because I had never been to the URL studio. So
Hmm.
being at the URL studio, um, I love what they got going on over there, man. I love the room. I love the lighting.
Oh,
You hear me? Did my mic go out?
yeah, it did. You're back though. Okay, so you were saying about your experience at the studio.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're good. Can you hear us?
I can't hear you. I think that's the problem. I can't hear you.
Oh wow. You still can't hear me?
Hold on, let me see.
Go and come back. Go and come back. Feel like Jadakiss. Taking my dap back, nigga. Thought that was crazy. That's crazy assessment. Oh, here we go. He right back. Salute to Lou.
Back,
There you go.
back. I can hear you. I can hear
You
you.
hear me? Okay, so give me your final assessment. Just being in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Card was an 8 out of 10.
Eight
Card
out
was
of
an 8
10.
out of 10. Card was an 8
Okay.
out of 10.
Talk to us about
Um,
the studio though, because a lot of people never get that experience to actually
oh
go.
man. So the URL got a good thing going on in that studio. You can hear the raps crystal clear. Because the acoustics in the room are fantastic. The lighting is perfect. So you're literally standing you're literally standing around the battlers,
Mhm,
and there's a like a it's almost like a lamp. It's
mhm,
almost like a lamp like over them,
mhm,
and you can just see the battlers rapping. Like
mhm.
I know how the battles translate when they drop on the app, right? But in the room, you're literally just seeing the battlers under that light. Like the crowd around them is dark, and then it's just the battlers in that light, which is a great setting, right? It's a super good setting. Um, Sound is excellent. So like if you're timed, if you time your punches perfectly, and you know how to control a room, like this is one of those rooms. They're going to catch everything that you say in these rooms. And I love that the URL kind of makes their events exclusive. You RSVP, you go through the whole process, and so the crowds don't get out of control.
Well, okay,
So
so you RSVP because
yes,
I
I
want it
did.
from the fan perspective essentially.
Yes,
So
I
you
did.
like walk me through like the experience. You RSVP, you get an email that
Hmm.
says you're good to go. You show up in
Absolutely.
Orlando. You walk up to the address. What happens from there?
Easily, right? So you RSVP, you get an email confirmation that you RSVP'd. In the email is the address to the venue. So that's
Okay.
not, that's kept for the people that are showing up.
Yes.
So you pull up to the studios,
Mhm.
and they tell you in your RSVP what time you should show up. So
Okay.
you're not standing outside and waiting in line for
Amazing.
countless amount of time, right?
Mhm.
So you show up at that time. You have security at the door. They
Mhm.
pat you down. You go
Mhm.
inside the studio. In the studio, that's where you can network. You can speak to the
And
battlers. You can do those
it's
things.
coordinated
Mhm.
with your name and
And
stuff like you
it's
like the
coordinated. It's
ID.
coordinated with your name, and
Okay, so
it's
they have
coordinated
you
with
on
your
a list.
name, and
They know you're showing up.
absolutely.
Okay.
They know you're showing up, and they know you're there. You walk in, and that's when you can enter the studio, and that's when you see the battlers are there. There's a lot of space, so like you have your fans that are gathered in the center where the production equipment is, but
Mhm.
it's literally an open room that's super wide with a
Mhm.
lot of empty space. So
Mhm.
if you wanted to bring, let's say you wanted to bring like a chair of your own, let's say you have like a little beach chair or something you want to bring, you could bring it, right? You can bring it. Let's say you wanted to If you're a battler, you wanted to walk over to the corner and just run your rounds back one more time. You have space to do that. So there's all and you're not seen, so you
Mhm.
can't be disturbed because the room is dark. So you're not being disturbed by a bunch of people walking up to you. If you need a moment to take a phone call or something, it's just it's a really really good setting, really good environment.
Got it. Got it. Okay, and then the experience happens, and then there's a let out. Is there any
Yep.
food or any
Yes.
anything?
Oh, shout out to Arsenal. Arsenal had food right outside for us, right?
Okay,
So in
okay.
between, like he's got his whole business set up. So
Mhm,
in between battles, you run outside,
mhm,
literally directly out of the door, so you don't have to walk too far. So
mhm.
the studio's here, you walk right out, you grab you Arsenal's there, he gives you your food. You walk right back inside, go right back in the studio. It's like it's
Amazing,
foolproof. It's right
amazing,
outside.
amazing, amazing. Okay, and you had a good time? It was
Had
good
a great
vibes?
time.
You
Had a
got to
great
talk to
time.
Smack or anything like that? Did you get to interact with Smack or Bees or anything?
So Smack and Beasley, I'll tell you, they are very, very interactive, but they're also extremely busy men. They
Yeah.
are they get productions going. Let me
Yeah.
one thing I will tell you about the studio. Um,
Mhm,
since it's not streaming anymore, you
mhm.
guys don't realize how efficient they are with time.
Yeah.
Every battle, there was not a long intermission between battles. Every
Uh,
single battle, I think the longest intermission between a battle was 15 minutes.
mhm.
Battles was just we were out,
Amazing,
we were out of there by 8 o'clock.
amazing. And so you would recommend it to other fans to experience.
Yes, I would. If you have never been to the URL studios in Orlando, Florida,
Mhm,
I will be back for sure.
mhm,
Um, I recommend you go through the process. RSVP, go through it
mhm,
as a fan. Confirm your pick the card that you want to go to. They have really good cards. Pick the
mhm.
card that you want to go to. Pull up and support. And they're very, very appreciative of the people that pull up to support for that. This crowd was excellent, by the way. This crowd was absolutely excellent. They were giving the battlers the energy. There was reactions, genuine reactions to bars. It was
Mhm.
just, it was a wonderful experience. And the thing about the URL that we kind of all know, if you're in the building, they drop nuggets in the building that only people in the building would know. So if you want that experience too, absolutely, absolutely pull up.
Fire. I appreciate you, Lou. Get home safe. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate you, bro.
Can't wait to see the battles. God bless, Lou.
Thanks, bro.